Hello everyone. Okay, it's day 12 or 13 I think, and today I was kind of pondering some ideas of things to talk about, starting to want to get a little bit more in depth I guess, and I'm still just kind of off the cuff, off the hip, just trying to make it work and just get a little bit more comfortable with the sound of my own voice and yada yada. However, today I thought maybe an interesting little topic to spend a few minutes on talking about would be spoon design, beauty versus function, versus kind of usability. And so I've got a little handful here. I'm just going to flip the screen around. And I guess the first thing that I would say is really important is the underside of the handle. Let me see if I can that show up. Yeah, so the underside of the handle I would say usually would need to be round. So this would need to be rounded on the underside, because I find that when my finger is under there it just fits a lot nicer, and the top can be flat. Sometimes I see a very flat bottom and a rounded top, and I find that my fingers kind of dig in and they don't kind of sit well in the curve. And then I guess another important functional factor for me is the underside of the bowl. Ideally this wants to be curved, and this is where, whenever I put it on a flat surface, I would always want that to flare up, something like that. And actually if the top part is dead flat, it will still feel good, because ultimately it's going in to the bowl or the plate or something like that, and so that's the really kind of important thing. In terms of length, I've got some various different lengths here. Various sizes as well, and in terms of functional and being kind of maybe beautiful, is I tend to choose thirds. I would tend to go 3 fingers, 3 fingers, and then about 3 fingers. This one is particularly short little end, but this one probably excuse me, fits in pretty well of 3, 3 and 3. So that's thirds is usually a kind of general rule. And in terms of this plane down here, I don't know if that picks it up on the camera too well. You can see this one is pretty wonky. However, I would say that does not really matter too much. The real test for me is when I put it in my mouth. That's what I'm checking for. I'm not looking, trying to see, oh, is this level, or that's not level, or it has to be level for it to work. No, I see it as I put it in my mouth, and I constantly am feeling it and checking it. This one, I hope the camera can pick this up. Can I pick it up? Well, anyway, this one has a really nice rippled effect going down the handle, and I really like a bit of fun for your thumb, something kind of nice to play with. Always feels really good. Oh, I should also mention that these are both asymmetrical bowls, and one of the reasons that I really like doing an asymmetrical one is, one, I really like the kind of the jaunty angle of it, and two, in terms of a right-hander, it seems to just be kind of feeding in pretty well. You know, it kind of curves around already, and also on here, this leading edge is a really good cutting edge for kind of maybe cutting the food or scraping the inside of the bowl. You can imagine the curve of the bowl kind of following that. Yeah, and I guess a wood choice, this one is sycamore. I think some of these are sycamore. Sycamore's a really nice one to work with, pretty hard but kind of soft with green. And this one, just to warm it up a little bit and bring out the grain, I put in the oven for about an hour on a low heat. Yeah, and then there's lots of other kind of, in terms of designs that you can do, but one thing that I think is kind of important is to have some shape and some curve for the hand, for it to fit in nicely, because ultimately it's fitting in this shape here. Yeah, what else do you want to know about spoon design, functionality? I think this is a topic that I will endeavour to come back to, maybe when I'm a bit more fluid and confident on the camera, and probably will think of some proper things to say, really. This is just off the top of my head, quick. The last thing I wanted to talk about was these new things that, well, not new for me, but I've been making a whole load of these balancing birds. I don't know how well you can pick that up. Yeah, I've been making these little balancing birds. I saw a picture of Sean Hellman many years ago, and then I've just been kind of creating my own design from that, really. One that works, one that kind of looks a bit like a bird. Looks a bit like a dragonfly, but mostly more like a bird, maybe. And sometimes the wings will spread like this, and then sometimes they'll spread and they'll be backwards, but they all ultimately balance on your finger like that. And the wings are actually, I wonder if this will pick it up. Yeah, it's not picking it up so well. Let's try that one. No, it's not gonna do it. Well, anyway, the wings are made of this really beautiful oak that I found in the bottom of a wood pile. Massive log, probably had been there for several years at least, festering and starting to rot. And because oak tends to rot very slowly because of the high tannin content, and it's super hard, but yeah, then it comes out, brings out this beautiful brown colour. I've just actually glued them all in, so you might see a bit of glue on there. Yeah, okay, what do you think of that? Let me know in the comments what you think of this video, what you think of the challenge, and I'm going to answer a question, a comment that I got on a previous one tomorrow. I'm still kind of pondering it. Yeah, and I'm still getting used to making sure that things are in shot. I haven't quite figured out that yet. Yeah, let me know any comments. Let me know if anything that you would like to see me film, little short form things like that. Yeah, I think that's probably everything. Okay, thanks for watching. I hope you're doing good. Hope you're feeling well. See you in the next.